Hi there folks, it's Sunday and I'm having a lazy one. Too much alcohol on Friday. So today I've just come to take the timing cover and give it a clean off to this little rover, and I'm going to have a look at the oil pump, which I might actually do back at home in the warmth because it's quite cold today. Anyway, let's take a look. Last week was a busy week and I can't find the torch. There we go. I get to do all kinds of things here, making boxes being one of them. Anyway, that's not what you came here for. So here we have it, the block so far. I've not actually had a chance to give it a thorough clean, but I do keep giving it a spray with brake cleaner, and as you can see, it's not really taking much cleaning up at all. I just hope the inside's as easy. You get all the core plugs knocked out and the oil gallery plugs knocked out, and actually make sure she's spotless. Obviously still the pistons and things to have an clean up and inspection of. But today, like I say, I'm having a bit of a lazy Sunday, feeling a little worse for wear. I was told it was vodka I was drinking, it may have been methanol. But today I just wanted to give this a quick clean up and take a look at the oil pump, which I suppose will be a good way to maybe indicate the mileage on this. Anyway, let's get the oil filter off and take it from there. Right, first thing, I'll get the oil filter off. Don't think it's had any oil in there for a long time. And no, I'm not super strong, I did pre-loosen it. Don't think we'll be needing that again. Now, I've not really touched this cover, so this is as it was. And it's not actually that dirty. But we'll give it a clean off and then we'll take the pump off back where it's warm. So let's just remove the little timing marker. Be gentle with these threads. These bolts have been here a long time. Interesting to note how that's not actually a fixed marker as many front covers are. However, that we can determine top dead centre if the engine's been rebuilt and set this marker so it is actually precise, which unfortunately some factory markers aren't quite so. It's also a note, which you don't see really these days, that, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, it's a bit dark in here. The bolts holding the oil pump together are a 12-sided sockets only, and not your 6-sided. Nothing fancy about them, it's just how it used to be done. We'll take off this fuel pump blanking plate, which does suggest this engine was either had its mechanical pump removed while in its original vehicle, or, as I suspect, it was maybe fitted into something else. The reason I suspect this is that the engine mounts have been welded and that looks like they've been modified to suit something else. Who knows, folks? But that's the blanking plate cover off, which I'll keep hold of, because I'm not going to use the mechanical pump, that's for sure. Right, let's give this a bit of a scrape and a bit of a clean off and see what we've got. As you can see, I'm trying to scrape the thick of it off. It's obviously been quite oily at the front of the engine, which is as much as you don't want that to happen. In this case it's worked in my favour, because there appears to be no corrosion on this cover. Because it's that thick, I thought I'd scrape off first, might just save on the cleaning products. Oh, get off. The inside, on the other hand, that should clean up quite easy. And it's very, very clean, is this. I'm very impressed. Right, a little bit more scraping, and I think I'll give it a wash. Right, this is just sort of standard brake cleaner. And that's just a standard brush. This brake cleaner is quite good, however for me it does evaporate a little bit quick. And no, that's not like because I'm getting older, it's just, well, generally I do actually favour just a standard cellulose thinners for cleaning, but some people frown upon it because of the fumes given off. Maybe that's why I shall like it so much. Anyway, as you can see, this is actually cleaning up quite well. It's probably about the same age as me, and I wish a wash off with brake cleaner would make me look so good. So far so good. Obviously at this stage I'm not after perfection, I just want it clean enough so I can handle it and investigate the oil pump. This seems to be cleaning up rather nicely. And it just how well it cleans up. I might even polish it. Nearly at brake cleanup. However, it's almost cleaned up. This is quite a novelty, this, to have such a clean engine. Normally this area can be expected to be very black and carboned up with crap. I'll be honest, this one, my experience is quite rare. Dare I say, it's like finding a 48-year-old virgin. Like I said, I don't want perfection at this point. Give that a quick blow off. Has to be said, just for a quick rub off like that, it's come up quite clean. So what I shall do now is get myself back home in the comfort of the warm and take the oil pump apart. I'll see you back at the studio. Okay, so we're back in the studio. There's a little timing pointer, which I'm sure will clean up nicely. Here we have the cover, which for a quick clean off, it's come out quite well. I did notice a little bit of corrosion there though. I'll have to address that later. But for now, I'd like to see inside the oil pump. It has actually still got a bit of oil in it, hence the plastic tub. But we shall get the oil pump out, the oil pump drive, which I might add does have a little bit of play. So we'll have to see. Okay, then let's get this oil pump apart. Now, my personal thoughts on this engine is that it was a low mileage example, hence the standard crankshaft, standard bore size. However, I do think it has had some kind of freshen up over the years. It was maybe taken out of the original Rover P5 and put into something else. The engine mounts do look to have been modified. So, was it a low mileage example that, when removed from that car, had a freshen up and lived life in something else? That would explain the blanking off of the mechanical fuel pump. So maybe an interesting history. But right now, let's take a look inside the oil pump. I do believe somebody's been in here, judging by the red sealant. That's all around here. It's all around here too. Very much a 1980s sealant. You don't really see it these days, unless you're working on old things like this. I've also noted that it's actually got a rubber front crankshaft oil seal instead of the rope oil seal. Now that, I believe, was a later modification on the engines, that they were fitted with that sort of seal. So either this is a later cover or it's been modified. Either way, it did have an oil leak at the front, and the new seal will obviously be fitted when it goes back together. Anyway, one more after this one. And providing the red sealant lets go, we'll take a look inside. Right, that's the bolt out. Is it going to come apart? Maybe something just to maybe just give it a little prise. There we go. There's definitely some wear on there. However, it doesn't actually look that bad. Let's just find a cloth. As you can see, it is actually relatively clean in there. There is some slight wear. However, there's a machining mark in the centre, So the actual wear is minimal, which is just as everything else is on this engine. It's not in that bad a condition at all. Let's take the rotors out. That does feel a bit gritty, but I have been cleaning it, so okay. They do look quite clean. A few little marks on them. But now we can see there is wear on the lobes. Not a great deal. However, the end there does look considerably worn. Come out. There's his partner. By no means in mint condition, but had the engine not been taken apart, would have continued to no doubt give reasonable service for considerable time. So that's the gears out. Just giving it a wipe out, and yeah, there's some wear to it. There's some score marks around the edges, which, to be fair, it's expected. It is an old oil pump. Feeling for wear now. And in all fairness, doesn't actually feel too bad. Right, last thing to come out. There we go. There's actually a little valve down there which needs to come out. Find anything to prod it out with. There we go. Let's get this one out. Rag. Obviously, it's oily. It is an oil pump. And in here should be a little plunger to come out. There we go. Does show signs of wear. That's the pressure relief valve. So that's it apart now. So there we have it folks, pressure relief valve. That's out now. All this needs now is everything wants cleaning up and inspecting fully. But on first glance things don't look too bad, the cover looks good. So I'll give it a proper inspection and start the clean up. It's in very good condition for corrosion, so it may get polished. Have to wait and see on that one. Well folks, that's it for this time. Like I say, it was a lazy Sunday, but I did want to have an investigation of what was inside the oil pump. I'm not surprised anymore, it's pretty much in line with the rest of the engine, which is quite good. Anyway, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing and all that jazz. And for now, that's it from Keith and from me. We'll catch you next time.